All right. Here we go. I hope it's in focus. Woo! Check, check, check. And a clap. What's up, friends, family, and fellow filmmakers? Today I'm gonna unpack 3 of my favorite tips for working with actors. I'm so pumped about this video. I've been thinking about making it for quite some time. I'm actually coming to you straight from the garage. In case we haven't met yet, my name's Tom. I'm a filmmaker here in Los Angeles, and I'm the Tom half of Tomcat. Meow. And if you like what me and Jazz are doing, be sure to leave a comment down below of what kind of tips we can help you with your filmmaking. Also be sure to slap that subscribe button so you can follow along on our filmmaking journey. We have movies coming out, we're shooting some new sketches, we have short films coming out, so follow it here to see everything that we're up to. So with all that said, let's jump in and break down my 3 favorite tips to directing actors. Tip number 1, invite the actors in on the creative process. Immediately each day when I get to set, I go straight into a blocking rehearsal. When I first started out making short films and films with my friends, I would always just kind of grab the cameraman, or maybe I even had the cameraman myself, and I would map out the entire scene alone. Before I had the actors involved in the process, I would kind of pick out every shot, where I wanted people to move to, where I wanted people to land, and then I would just kind of insert the actors into the scene. And this process didn't allow for a very creative or fulfilling collaboration with the actors. They were more treated like furniture. It would kind of be like, land here. And I had very visual shots that I wanted to have the camera land right on a specific actor, right on a specific mark. Now what I like to do is when the day starts, I grab my cast, all the key players, and I have them come to set. And before I even talk about shots, before I even think about where my first shot's gonna come from, I like to block it out with the actors. I allow them to find the marks that they're gonna land on. I allow them to let their character kind of dictate the way they move within the scene, what kind of actions they're gonna have. And I find that this allows for us to really elevate the performance beyond what was done in rehearsal, beyond what's on the page, to really find something that's creative and fresh. Allow the actors to find movements and blocking that work for them, and you'll be surprised what comes alive on set. And once you've worked through all the blocking with the actors, continue that collaboration as you stage each movement to the camera and get the shots that you want to tell your visual story. Tip number 2, create clear objectives for each actor. Once you've blocked your scene on set, the crew goes to work kind of bringing everything to life with the lighting, setting up the camera, getting the production design and art finished. There's a few extra minutes to slip in some rehearsal time. What I like to do during this time is get with each actor individually and come up with individual direction for each of them to play during the scene. This might be something like, hide from her during the scene. Make them pull the information out of you. See if you can get them to hug you. See which one of you can get the other to break first. Make him start screaming. Try to get under his skin and really make him mad. Don't speak unless he gets you to. Keep your distance from her. See which one of you can eat the cake first. Now, depending on what the scene's about and what's on the page, these objectives will all look very differently. I also try my best to not let the other actors know what one actor's objective is, so that way you can get the best, most natural reactions as they're both playing polar opposites of each other. So come up with clear objectives during the rehearsal process, have the actors play those against each other, and see what types of reactions you get. When working with different actors, you'll figure out what types of objectives and visuals create the best performance for their creative process. So as you continue working, as you continue directing, you'll come up with the skills that best suit your creative work. And last but not least, tip number 3. Talk to your actors between every take. Acting is an extremely vulnerable endeavor, and when you, the director, workshop a scene and you finally start to shoot, it's your job to be alert and present. To continue nurturing that creative process once you're filming, it's important to talk to the actors between each and every single take. This is something I like to do privately, but in public. So you'll see me, during the takes, I always stand right next to the camera. I don't sit behind some monitor far away from where the scene's happening. I don't hide in my own little tent, but I'm right there next to the camera, watching the actors, watching the performance in real time as we're shooting. After each take, I'll run in there and I'll talk to the actors, and I kind of have this little private whisper. I'll go in kind of a priority order. So if there's one actor that I have a very specific note, I might talk to them first, then I'll move to the other characters, and I'll kind of work my way through the cast, making sure that everyone gets a little point of direction and a note about how to enhance the performance and better get to where they want to be. And this isn't always me just coming up and telling them, do this, do that, blah, blah, blah. I like to kind of talk to them about the process. What choices are they making? What have they tried playing? What do they feel is working? What is not working? And giving them notes to kind of encourage or help them find the performance that best suits the character. And my biggest pet peeve, anytime I'm on set, I try my best to never yell at the actors from behind the camera. The actors are up there in front of the camera, being completely exposed, kind of pouring their character out on the screen for us to see. And I hate it when you're the director and you say, do it bigger, be more sad, that was terrible. All of those things can just completely throw an actor's confidence when you're just yelling at them and the rest of the cast and the rest of the crew can see all the critiques and notes you're giving their performance. So do it privately, in public, right on set. If you have a shot set up but things just aren't working with the performance, don't be afraid to invite an actor to step off set with you a moment, kind of work through some of those beats and rehearse it a little bit further, and come back to set and shoot it with a renewed sense of confidence and focus. All right guys, to recap, my 3 quick tips for directing actors are: 1, be sure to invite the actors into your creative process while you're blocking. Tip 2, be sure to give actors clear and individual objectives during rehearsal. And tip number 3, whoa, that's a 3. That is 3. That's 6. That's 3. Tip number 3, talk to your actors between each and every single take. That's it. These are my 3 favorite quick tips for directing actors. I hope these make your on-set experience as productive as possible. As productive as possible. In the comments below, tell us what projects you're working on. Show us some of your movies, show us some of your short films, show us some of your test scenes. And remember, you don't have to be on a huge set to get practice working with actors. You could just be doing this in a rehearsal setting. You can just have your iPhone and kind of be blocking and mapping things out. And you can kind of get the experience communicating with actors, communicating with your crew before you even get on set. So that's it. If there's anything else you'd like to know, leave it down in the comments below. I'm sure many people have said that rhyme. That wasn't intentional. And if you like what we're doing, be sure to slap that subscribe button. And we got a new movie coming out very soon. It's called Tragedy Girls. Keep your eyes on that. It's gonna be on VOD everywhere. You can see it. The trailer is somewhere on the internet. And I'll see you next time. Cut!